Here we are on Bush Lane, which is a tiny road just to the east of Cannon Street station in London, and it's near the junction of something called Gopher Lane. And the reason why we're here is because this was the site of the Roman Praetorium, in other words the governor's residence, and it would have stretched quite a way this way and also quite a way that way, which basically is underneath Cannon Street station itself. And the reason why this is relevant is because when we were talking about King Alfred's residence in London after he took over London, we suggested that it might have been, or I suggested it might have been up at the Roman fort near St Albans Church, and there's another video on that which you may have seen. Now that wasn't the only place in London he could have been. This is one. We don't know what state the Roman Praetorium would have been in 886 actually, so we don't know what it was like when King Alfred came to London, how dilapidated the Praetorium might have been. But it was a symbolic location. Not far from here is, in fact a stone's throw one could say, is the London Stone. And it's thought that it was in this location since Roman times, and it was very symbolic because according to legend, nobody actually knows it was here in Roman times, but according to legend, it was the symbolic centre of London, and all distances were counted from it. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the Roman Praetorium was close to London Stone. I think it was a significant location, and it might have been that when King Alfred came to London, he wanted to be in a symbolic location to plant his power in London, as it were. And being at the Roman Praetorium next to London Stone might have been one of the ways to do that. Having said that, we don't know whether he was at the London fort, the Roman fort, by the north-west wall of the city of Roman city of London, or whether he was here, or in fact another building entirely. He might have built, there might have been a wooden structure which was constructed, which we have no remains of today. But I think there are certain advantages and disadvantages. I think to each location. I think the big advantage for the Roman fort was that it was walled, and if you were living in a time when you were under constant threat from the Vikings, you would want to be in something walled, and possibly not down here at the Praetorium by the river without any quick means of escape. The Roman walls around the fort had the Cripple Gate, for example, where you could, where King Alfred could potentially escape from London if there was a Viking attack. So there's lots of things to take into account, and it's incredibly interesting. And London has changed so much. If we just do a quick pan around, you'll see that there isn't really much that looks Roman or anglo-saxon or even Victorian at the moment. So we'll leave it there. So here is the London Stone we were talking about, just here. And there's it used to be in a much simpler grill, which they fortunately replaced. And here's a if you just go back to the plaque so people can still the video if they wish. And there we are. If we just pan around so that people can see roughly where it is in relation to Cannon Street Station. This is a Sunday. We've had a half marathon today, so there's a lot of people around. But lovely.